All right, you guys. So welcome everyone to season 3. It's a pleasure to have all you guys here today. We have a ton of members that have carried over from season 1 and season 2. These guys are our founders. They have really set the groundwork for what you guys are about to step into. They created what you guys are about to set into the belief structure and the process and everything like that. So I just want to honor all the people that are here as founders from season 1 and season 2. That these 100 people are in my heart, and we're excited to have you back for season 3. So today we're going to be talking a little bit about what we're up to and why we're up to it. We're going to show you guys the new platform. Daniel's going to show that to you, where you're going to share with each other and share your resources and hang out and have all the access to your archives, all the archives for all the teams. And all that. So Brian's also going to be from our team, is also going to be coming on today to share some of his tips with you. So the first thing I want to do is just spend 1 minute right now in silence. So if you have your microphone on, you can go ahead and mute it. We were talking on the breakout group, the coaching yesterday. When you put your eyes up at a little bit of an angle, your brain goes into alpha and it begins to relax. And when you open your peripheral vision up a little bit more, your awareness increases. So I want us to try this. You can look up and then close your eyes, and we're going to just do this for 1 minute as we drop in to our intention. So I want you guys to think about why you're here today, how you ended up here in this curiosity lab. So here we go. All right, so like I said, welcome everyone to the family. You're part of LightNet's family now, and we extend all over the world. And our main core principle is curiosity. When your brain goes into a curious state, you guys are going to open up parts of your life and parts of yourself that you never knew existed. It's almost like a rebirth. When our brain is in curiosity, we throw away old patterns and we open new doors. So you're going to be leaving some things behind, and you're going to be opening doors to new things. And we want you guys to really learn about yourself and learn about what's possible when we start to come together as a group and tap into consciousness, which we know so little about. It's our brains and our hearts and our emotion that influence so much our lives and the time that we spend here during our lives. And really, this 8 weeks is about you guys going deep into that. What is inside there? What are the thoughts? What are the emotions? And we have 2 kind of main principles that we go by in LightNet. Is number 1, we learn by doing. And when I went to a mystery school for 10 days, they had us doing things without any instruction. There was no instruction. They just told us to do them. We read photographs. We diagnosed illnesses. We astral traveled. It's doing it that is going to get you guys to understand this, because you already know how to do all this, believe it or not. And that's what we want to remind you during these 8 weeks. So this is not a class. It's a team. It's a research group where we want you guys to be practicing all of these ideas in your life and in class, because that's what's going to open those things in your own life, in your own world, in your own body, that are going to lead you to the greatest discoveries that you've ever made about yourself and about everything around you. The second principle is we love each other during the process. So there's a very intentional reason why you guys ended up here, and there's an intentional reason why you ended up in the group you ended up. Because those people are going to help you learn about yourself and your mission in your life. And it's through their reflection. And it's so fascinating what happens in these teams, because we couldn't get there. We can't get to these discoveries and these breakthroughs without everybody's reflection. There's scientists involved, there's healers involved, there's all sorts of different intelligences that come together. Lucas and I used to always laugh, because when we said that we didn't like someone, it's because we didn't, the thing we didn't like about them was the thing in ourselves that we didn't like. It was like we were bothered by that thing in ourselves that we didn't like. So in Light Net, we stretch to the end result, which is love. We all know that's the reason why we're here, to learn love, right? So in this process, we love each other because we can love our friends when they make a mistake. We can love ourselves when we make a mistake, right? So that's the core frequency. And when we do that, people can relax and have breakthroughs. You're going to be in a loving environment that's going to let you be real, come alive, and learn, doing things you've never maybe tried before. So we do a flipped classroom. Like I said, the focus is on you guys communicating and teaching each other, not a single person talking to you, right? And our goal is to get you to source, to your source, your unique source, okay? At the end of this 8 weeks, I want you guys to be connected to your freedom, your joy, and your power, right? I want you to connect with that thing inside of you that's unique. And this is how we do it. So I'm gonna get everyone into breakout groups right now of 3. So we'll just kick right off with the Light Net vibe. And I want you guys to share with each other what your intention is for being here. Why are you here? We're going to talk about how important intention is. So what do you guys hope to accomplish? Why are you here? Okay. And I'm going to give you 5 minutes. So you'll have a couple minutes each to share. And you'll be meeting some new people. So here we go. Let me go ahead and sign the rooms, and we'll see you in 5 minutes. So here at Light Net, we do the 4-minute mile, right? So what you guys do in this 8 weeks, you're going to be leading the way for other people. So what you do matters, okay? Why is this important? Because what we do is we track everything from the beginning to end. So you guys got a welcome survey, and it'll ask you know, where you're at and what contact you've had and what your intentions are. And then we do it at the end. So this provides people with an understanding of what's possible, and it creates a domino effect. So the work that you're doing, the inner work during this session, is going to ripple out. You're here to make contact with your higher self, past loved ones, guides, ascended masters, your star family ETs, angels, or God, source, or all of us. And like I said, you already guys know how to do this. So this is our results from our other labs, season 1. We had 48 people that had never made contact, and afterwards 94%. And we did the same thing in season 2. So you guys are following in the footsteps of this incredible, I don't know, it's a feat that we pulled off together, and we do it together. We asked people why it was possible, and the number 1 response was the consciousness and intention of the group. Loving-minded, open-minded environment, which we already talked about, and practicing, which we already talked about. Then other people said the ETs wanted to contact us back. We dedicated time, the guides, and the knowledge and experience of the other participants. So it's not really about the knowledge. It's about setting our intention, being in a loving environment, and practicing. You guys are going to get lab certifications at the end. And we're going to show you today our living library, which helps us organize all the things that worked for us, whether it was a technique or a book or a movie. And it also allows you to create a curiosity journal of things that you want to try. And it also eliminates the things that really didn't work for ourselves. So the platform allows us to overlap in each team what resources we like and what someone else likes. So all that good stuff can bubble up. So in a sense, we're building a search engine that's going to be highly curated by you guys as a community. So you'll have the resources that you love, all by, in your own sense that you can access, and also the resources of each other. We won't get all of these things lost forevermore in chats and telegrams and things like that. They'll be in a central vault, a living library, a sacred library for the world and for you to access, to share. We believe that in measuring how we're doing these incredible things, we might see some overlap in bending spoons, speaking with deceased people, CE5 contact, anything, addictions, getting out of a wheelchair. If there's a similar pattern to this, you guys are going to find that, and it could unlock a whole new world around us. We're going to be moving into mediumship next season and addiction next season. And then Unicorn Labs will probably be next year, where we help people find their purpose. So welcome to the Global Renaissance. You guys are part of this. It's not about information. Knowledge is what you do when you have a firsthand experience, and wisdom is when you live it and share it. So I first want to start with brain stuff. So I want you to look at someone, if you can, if they have their camera on, and yourself perhaps, and tell yourself right now, I can make contact. So let's all say that out loud. So 1, 2, 3. I
can make contact.
Let's do this line. I will make contact. Watch
me make contact.
Right? Speaking those words create powerful energies behind them. So celestial ones, that we ask that you bring contact to every one of us and show each of us how. You're going to be asking yourself throughout the course, how do you as a unique person do this? And your guides are going to be helping you do that. This isn't a top-down structure. You are your own teacher, and you will be with 8 or 12 intentional people going to be supporting you as you go in to yourself, right? We also have a model where you guys can go on to teach other teams. So I want you to learn like a teacher and learn like a team. So we have a point system, and if everybody on your team makes contact, Alan's was the winning team last year or last season. So it's important that you help other get through to this goal, right? So people are going to need you, and you're going to need other people in the team. So learn like a team and work together. It's important. And you're going to learn differently. Everyone's going to learn differently. So I want to give the floor for a moment to Brian, who's an incredible part of our team. He's running the strategy, the marketing, and is just such a genius in every single way. And he's going to share his tips before we dive into showing you the platform. Welcome, Brian.
Thank you, Zenka. Hello, everybody. How are you doing? All good, I hope.
Hi, Brian.
Hello.
Hey, I'm gonna share a handout with you that you can download from chat inside of Zoom. So I'm
going to attach it. If you haven't, I've got it.
Yeah, no, it should be up there now. People should be able to see it. Yeah.
Okay, great.
You get it?
Yep.
Okay, so what you just need to do is click on that link, that PDF that's in chat there now inside of Zoom, and just download it onto your whatever you're using, phone, laptop, whatever. And let's just open it up. Now, I suggest that you take a little bit of time go through the handout and just think about what it is that is actually written in the handout, because it will be very, very helpful to you. But the top three areas that I want to cover are the first 3 points. So we have intention, we have fear, and we have negativity, doubt, non-belief, etc. So let's start with intention. So from the previous 2 seasons, season 1 and season 2, the number one conclusion that everybody reached as to why they were able to make contact, initiate an experience, whatever the end result was from somebody having experience with the esoteric, was intention. So what exactly is intention? Well, intention is when you are not trying to force something, okay, where it just happens naturally. So for example, if you need groceries, or you need gas for your car, or whatever the case may be, you know that at some point, either during the day or during the week, that you know that you're going to either get your groceries or go to the gas station, fill up, whatever it may be, but you know it. You're automatically going to do it. You're not thinking about it. You're not stressing about it. You're not worried about it. It's just going to happen naturally. So you're passing a grocery store, you're going to pop in, get what you need. The same at the gas station, etc. Intention is the same. So basically, what you need to do is don't try to force the situation, okay? Oh, I want to have an esoteric experience. No, nothing like that. Just relax. And the vast majority of experiences that people have are when they're not even thinking about, they're not thinking about the class or ET or UFOs or whatever. They're not thinking about it at all. So, but as I said to you, you already understand that by being here, first of all, your curiosity is what brought you here. But second of all, you need to understand that it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Just let that sink in, that the experience is going to happen. And it might be when you're out for a walk. It could be when you're watching TV, reading a book, or even when you're working. But don't try and force it. Understand you're here for curiosity. And number 2, that it's going to happen. So relax regarding your intention. Set your intention from the beginning, as Zenka said earlier on, I am going to have an experience. I am going to see a UFO. I am going to meet ET, etc. Okay? Set it and then forget it. Just let it relax in the back of your mind. Let it be in your subconscious and then carry on. The next one then that I want to talk to you about is fear. So we've set our intention, okay? And we've genuinely set our intention, and we know that at some point in time, we're going to have some sort of an experience. So say we're going for a walk, we're out in the park, whatever, we are just totally chillaxing, and all of a sudden, a big ball of fire appears directly in front of you. You're going like, holy shit, what do I do? Let me get out of here. Understand that if you become afraid whilst you're having an experience, okay, it's going to retract or even stop your experience, and even stop it to the point of where you won't have another one. Because if your overriding feeling or vibration that you're giving out is fear, well then our friends, our star families, our friends out there, they understand that. I mean, they can pick up on this very easily. And if they feel that all you're going to have is a fearful experience, which in turn transcends into a negative experience, well, then they're just going to stop the whole thing. So if you can get a hold of your fear, overcome your fear to the point of where instead of, this ball of fire appears in front of you, and then lo and behold, your exit stage left, rather than go that way, and you've already dealt with this beforehand, stop, think, put out the message, okay, I'm a bit nervous, but I'm willing to engage. So that changes the whole scenario. And the more relaxed you become about the experience that's about to happen, the more, I'll say, in depth the experience will be. You're going to gain a lot. You're going to experience a lot. And that's the whole reason why you're here and you're reaching out anyway. You're reaching out to have an experience. So remember, when it does finally happen for you, and it'll come at you like that, it'll come out of the blue when you're least expecting it, just remember that, get a hold of your fear and try and put the message out. Okay, I'm a bit nervous, but I'm willing to go on. I'm willing to engage. Let's continue. The next one then is negativity, non-belief, and doubt. These are all vibrational states. Now, realistically, if you're coming in with this, okay, we all know everyone's curious, that's why you're here. But if you're coming in with this, with the, that's a crock of BS, or it's never going to happen to me. You're doubting yourself, you're doubting your own abilities. I'm here, I really don't believe in UFOs or ET, but I'm here just to see if I can learn something. Try and dispel that. Try and move on from that, because once again, you're sending out a negative vibration. And the whole point of being here in LightNet is not to send your vibration down, it's to bring your vibration up. And when you bring your vibration up, our friends out there realize that, okay, so-and-so, Billy, Joanne, Lucy, they're making an effort to come up to us, so we'll come down to them. We'll meet them halfway. But if you're going the opposite direction, it's not going to happen. If your vibration is going lower and lower, with doubt or whatever the case may be, it's not going to happen for you. So keep a check on your doubt. Try and overcome. I mean, one thing that you'll find great, we'll say, you'll find great help from is from your guides, your teachers. And these are all really, really experienced people. And they are amazing people in their own right, and what they're teaching and hopefully training you guys to do and learn. Listen to them, ask them questions. If there's something you're not sure about, ask them questions, and they will do their best to try and explain everything out to you in a more in-depth way. But again, let go of the doubt, let go of the negativity. And if you can let go of the negativity, keep hold of your fear, and set your intention, you will have, as I said, when you least expect it, one of our wonderful esoteric experiences. So with that being said, I'm going to hand it back to Zenka now. But as I said, go through the handout in your own time. The images that you see inside of the handout, these are a small percentage of my own personal experiences. These are my images, a small amount of my images that I've managed to capture and document. And what you're looking at here really is only the tip of the iceberg. I have way more images, videos, etc., of meeting ET, meeting our star family, contact, and so on and so forth. So, but what I'll say to you is that the images that I've put inside the handout are meant to try and help you, inspire you as to what can be achieved. So I hope it's helpful, and I hope that you all have an excellent season 3. And now, Zenka, I'm going to hand it back to you.
Thank you so much, Brian. Thank you so much. That's such great advice. So, yeah, you know, the other day we were having a launch party here at the house, and as soon as everyone else left, the radios went crazy. So when you guys start to realize you have a team of guides, this is a past loved one, and a star family, and God, and all these people, source, helping you in the non-visible, you're going to start to feel more courageous about your life. You're going to start to feel more empowered. You're going to feel like you can do anything, which you can. You're going to go back to like that childhood thing, like, wow, that joy of saying anything is possible in my life. And that's what we're up to today and in these 8 weeks. So I'm going to finish up by sharing some of the nuts and bolts with you guys about how you guys are going to interact with the experience and the tools that we have built for you guys. So let's go back here. You guys have a membership to LightNet while you're in these labs. You have breakthrough coaching 3 times a month. You'll see that in your calendar. Adham is a genius. He's incredible. So whatever you're working on, bettering your relationships, making money, finding your purpose, whatever it is, he will get you there. So I encourage you to take advantage of that resource. We also have a connection call where other people that are not in the teams or not even members can come and just meet each other, kind of like we did those small groups, and it's really fun. That's once a month. We have a member workshop. We did an Om chanting workshop. We're hoping to do a breath workshop with one of our professors, Jesselyn, who's doing the Intuition Accelerator. All these things are going to be available to you as well. We're also doing spoon bending parties once a month. So if you really want to have that immediate experience, you can join us for that. We're hoping that Carla or others will lead some CE5s with all of the teams, cross the teams. And we also have an unlimited show where we interview some incredible people, leaders in the space, and you can ask them questions. All that'll be in your calendar section. And also we encourage you to follow on Instagram and Facebook, our LightNet, where we'll be posting information. I want to talk a little bit and shout out to our team. Daniel, you'll be meeting next. Brian, you just met. Captain Adham, you'll meet in the coaching. Kyle is also, she's running our unlimited show. She's doing press and media outreach, and she's amazing. Sharon is also helping keep us organized and doing a lot of cool stuff behind the scenes. Carolyn is our healer. She works with our staff and volunteers to support them. Ayala does business development. She's incredible. She helps us with all sorts of things strategically and building business development relationships. Andrew is on our fundraising team, and Alan is helping us really network throughout everything. And thank you so much, Alan. You know, he was the one that really got us to start doing this without the software. I want to give you a little bit of a chance to say hello, Alan, because you've been such an important part of LightNet, and I just want to honor you for encouraging us through the development of everything we're doing.
Thank you. You know, I wrote this book, Making Contact, just as a kind of passion that I wanted to bring the fact that we are hardwired with all these different access to many forms of contact. And it wasn't until I met Zenka that she really put it into application as a mystery school sort of practice, that we are part of the cosmos and here's ways we can do it. So in my remote viewing class, it feels like magic happens. It's like we somehow can tap into the non-local field. And that's sort of what my book is about. Actually, I want to just tell people my book is up for an award at the Conscious Life Expo. If you feel like supporting that, I put the link for voting in the chat there. But I think overall, what we're all doing here is creating a new way of thinking about reality and accessing the tools that have been suppressed by the mainstream to think that we're disconnected from creation, from consciousness, from all of that. And we are building through these resources a new way of thinking about reality and ourselves. And I think it's very exciting what all of us are doing here. So let's keep supporting each other in whatever modality we're in, and realize that all of us have this great potential to make contact with something beyond the limited human being, our limited senses. So William Blake said back in the 1700s, we have senses that are much more than just these what we've been told. And we have to use them and activate them, because that's our doorway into fifth dimensional reality, if you want to call it that, or an awakening. So we're doing something really different, and I think revolutionary here. So thank you, Zenka, as leading the charge.
Thank you so much. You know, your new realities, it's like getting us curious about all this stuff. You've been doing it for decades, and you've paved the way for all of us to do this. And as you said, you know, this is the practical research. This is the application of consciousness. We understand what's possible. Theoretically, you're going to find out in these 8 weeks what's actually possible in your life. So when we apply all these things.
If people want the introduction to my book, just put your email in the chat and I'll send you the introduction, just free. So just
awesome. Thank you so much, Alan. So we have, you know, Brian kind of alluded to the fact that these guides that are going to be training you are world-class, but I can tell you that they are. I am humbled to be in their company. Many of these guys have written books. They've spent lifetimes honing their craft, and you're getting to be in a tiny mastermind with them, being coached by them, being led by them, being supported by them, understanding their consciousness. So I just want to give a shout out to all you guys, Carla, Erico, Oriana, Ashley, Leo, Nadi, Jesslyn, April, Stone, Rachel. You guys are incredible. And we're so excited. So again, before I give it over to Daniel, what's possible to create, you know, when we link arms with each other in these small teams, and what's possible when we link arms with the beyond. Like I said, I know that they're working with us to help raise the consciousness of this planet. They're right here. And this is our way to really tap into what they have to give us. We have a few final spots in our teams: Crop Circles 3, Drawing 3, Lucid Dreaming 2, Radios 2, Quantum Leap, Inner Self, and Astrology have 1 spot left. We also have a kids class. For some reason, that's a little bit of a stretch, but we're figuring out why. But we really want, if you know people with kids or anybody in these final spaces, this last week will be the last week to invite them in. So before we close the door on season 3. So this is our sacred space, you guys. What Daniel's going to show you is where you guys can feel safe to share, and it's a space for you to organize your journal and your knowledge as you move through this incredible experience. So Daniel, I'm looking for you.
Hi.
Daniel, can you like raise your hand, because I'm scrolling?
Oh yes.
Maybe it'll help me find you. Oh, there you go. Okay. Hi. Daniel and I probably haven't slept for the last week, but Daniel's probably making sense. And his hard work is what you're going to be standing upon in this season. And I want to honor him for his brilliance and and everything he's created for the world.
Yeah, well, thank you. So let me just get started by sharing my screen here. And I want to show you what's on offer to be used for this season. It looks like I'm screen sharing now, and you can see LightNet several times on the screen, which this is the membership dashboard. This is a membership website that we are launching to beta level with you season 3. So beta level means that we want to work together to build it out together. So there'll be some issues and things like that, but there'll be also this huge opportunity to really build out this platform and make it our really strong community space. So please do stay in touch as you experience this. This is the place you can go to get information about your Curiosity Lab, to report contact or discover resources. All of this data comes from the last couple seasons we've run, the last 2 seasons. So I'll be showing you how to access this, but I'll give you a quick tour right now. First off, you'll end up here once you sign in. You'll have a list of all the events that you're available to go to. There's spoon bending. We're adding some more in, so keep checking back. This will list out the membership workshops, the unlimited series and things like that. It'll also provide some information about the point system, and this will become clear in a moment as to what that means in the context of the Curiosity Lab. And it's the place to go. And if you ever get confused about how to use this software, this website, there's some tutorials down at the bottom of this page. And then finally, you can get in touch by clicking this button. That'll email the team and we'll respond appropriately. So I just wanted to show you, you'll be in a Curiosity Lab, and this is likely familiar to you, this sort of stuff through like Facebook groups and things like that. But if we go, let's say, to the radios lab with the Zenka as the guide, you'll see who's the members, and then you can connect with the members once you click through. I want you all to add some profile pictures to here, actually. You'll be able to connect with the Living Library and the experience reports. These are resources that the group is sharing with each other, or reports of contact experiences. And I also want to point out a couple links on this page that'll be really helpful for you. Right here, there's the calendar of events. So each of the Curiosity Labs has their own series of events. And so if you ever need to know when your class is, you come here. The same thing goes with the videos. If you miss a class or want to review some of the archives of the previous weeks, you can come to your Curiosity Lab page and access that here. I want to go back and just kind of show off a few other things, and then show how you'll get access to this. The next thing I want to talk about is the experience reports. You can get there by clicking that button, or experience reports. This is a map of some contact. We are importing as we go, which is why it's beta. But this is the place that you can go to read the contact experiences of people in your groups from the season 1 and season 2. And we also have this great database of CE5 related experiences that we'll be importing that are just really very, very inspiring. So this is a place to go to learn what contact in our community is like. Here are a couple of dreams I've had, and you can click in and get some more information. You can also start to filter what this is about. So if you're curious about radio contact, you can click on radio. You'll only get those radio, and then radio plus light language, we have one story that matches. So you can really start to use this system to drill down into the type of experience. Likewise, you see the map here. If you do have a contact experience, or I should say, when you have your contact experience, I want to invite documentation of that, because that's a really big thing. And right now, I want you all to commit to documenting your experiences, whether that's in a journal, that's a diary, or that's using this system. Because when you commit to doing that, the other side knows that you are willing and able to kind of commit some energy to the situation. And I've found just having that commitment, sometimes these experiences arise just because they want documentation to occur. So you'll come here to this report contact form, and you'll start to fill this out. You'll say what type of contact you experience, and there's about 4 different pages. If you ever have if you want to know what this is about, you just look for the question mark on the page, and that'll open up the tutorial that is all about the experience. So if you're ever lost, just look for that question mark. I'm going to just show off the Living Library, which is a library of resources that we've used in season 1 and 2 to make contact. Similarly, you can drill down. So looking at all of the radio methods, we have links to videos and informational charts and things like that. When you are browsing this, I want you to click this button, this bookmark button. It should be showing up pretty soon. Excuse me, I'll click right into here. And so there's this bookmark experience, and it'll open up, and there'll be 4 options for any of the resources. You can say you tried it and it worked, you tried it and it didn't work, you want to try it and you like it. So this is a way to bookmark different resources we've shared. And that'll help us understand what is actually effective, what's not so effective, and it'll help us surface our best resources. You can submit a resource, you can browse these different resources and start adding them to your bookmarks. You'll be able to manage your bookmarks by clicking this button. And if you have questions around that, you can just come back to the tutorial. The next thing I want to show you here is the Submit a Resource button. You might be familiar with Bubble Up if you were with us in season 1 and 2. This is sort of like that, and this is the form you would use to submit a resource to the Living Library. We'll moderate these, so it's really important to know that these resources are kind of a collective database, and that your personal relationship to them are sort of matched by the bookmark saying it worked or didn't for you. So that's one of the major aspects here. The next tab that's important for you to know about is the Videos tab. So this has our video archives that as members of LightNet you can access. So this is a great place to get more, tune into the interviews we've done or the workshops and things like that. And then finally, there's a tab here that says Help. If you ever need help, you can get to the tutorials about how to use this website, how to get resources. There's a frequently asked questions page, like why do I have to reset my password? The website isn't working for me, what do I do? Or the question, and likely if you've been in season 1 or 2, the question, I submitted a resource to LightNet or a report to LightNet, but where is it? Well, we're actually in a manual process. So over the next week or so, we'll be bringing in all of those to this new system. So don't worry about it. And you can always be in touch with us using this form. You'll see it throughout the website. Get in touch. You can edit your profile. It should be pretty simple how to do that, but I'd love for you all to do that at some point soon. You just get here to the homepage, you click Complete My Profile, and it will really take you to the form that'll help you complete your profile. If you select your interests, you'll show up in the members directory with those interests. We'd love for you to fill out a bit about yourself, to share what are your hobbies, what do you love to do when you play, what do you have to learn, or what do you want to teach, what's your biggest dream, and things like that. And you can put in your location and it'll eventually show up on a map. So then you can see all of the other members on this website and be able to connect with them through the messaging system and things like that. Filter down by the interest type. So this is really software to help you connect. It should be user intuitive if you're familiar with Facebook. The next thing I want to do is just show you what to expect and how to access this site. So at some point right after this call, I'll be sending everyone an email that says, that'll look like this. LightNet, welcome to our LightNet membership site beta, part of your Curiosity Lab experience. So for me, this showed up in my promotions tab. Sometimes it showed up in my forums tab. It's never shown up in my spam filter, but that's someplace you might want to check since this is a new domain we're using. So you'll look for this email after this call, and you'll click in here, and we really wrote out the steps for you to engage with the site. So you don't need to remember anything now. And this is the email you can come back to to start engaging with the membership site. It is really important to know that we're doing two different account systems. One is the LightNet account system, where you purchased your Curiosity Lab membership. And that was that you used an email with that we used to create the account on our LightNet, but it's a different account, so there's different passwords. So that's why we're having you reset your password. We don't actually know what your password is, so you need to actually set that for the first time. Then there's several different steps in this email, and you can really just start to explore the website. And when you have any questions, please do reach out to us. So with that, I'll pass it back to Zenka. Thank you. You're muted.
Oh, wow. Daniel, that was absolutely incredible. I'm just going to put this back on gallery view so you guys can see everyone. But I just want to honor Daniel. That was a lot of work that went into putting together this database, this sacred database, putting together a system so you guys can track what you love. You'll have your own little database of just your resources. And then those will also play into your team and into the bigger, to the world at large. So this is us leaving breadcrumbs for each other, because you guys are pioneers. If you're here, you're a pioneer, and you're showing what's possible in our lives. And we honor you for doing this journey. We honor you for being here. This is, it makes me so happy that we're all here together and we're all gonna become unlimited. I'm thinking of Rachel right now in her alpha theta training, you know what I mean? She embodies what a life looks like when you're living it in joy and you're living it with, there's nothing stopping you from whatever you came here to do. And that's what we're going to discover. And I just want to thank again all the guides for showing up for you guys. They've worked so hard putting together their groups, and they're looking forward to welcome you this week. There is going to be some hookup, snags and things with emails and archives. We're definitely short staffed, and we're stepping into a lot of new software and new systems. So just realize that, because you guys are the beta team. Nobody else in LightNet is on this. It's just you guys. So we look forward to your suggestions. What if we did this? This isn't working. I was confused about this, or why couldn't this button be like this? All of that is great information. So thank you for your feedback in advance. So I just want to close by just honoring all you guys, and I look forward to meeting everybody in the small groups and on the coaching calls and in the member calls and everything. So have an amazing 8 weeks. We will be having a closing ceremony at the end to find out how we're glowing and shining and being in the world.